They say when there's chips on the floor, it's farts out the door.
We're about to give you a unique look inside one of sprint car racing's most well-known parts manufacturing shops. King Racing Products, which is based in California, is owned and operated by Blake Robertson. And just about every sprint car driver over the last couple of decades would have used some sort of part that has come from Blake's machine shop, which is why I really appreciate that he allowed me to show you how it's all made. I also appreciate the many thousands of you who have already clicked subscribe to the Sprint Car Hub YouTube channel. If you haven't already subscribed, you can do so by clicking the button down below. Every subscriber enables us to keep making the best sprint car racing content for you. And the best part is that it is completely free. Just before we get into the video, the only thing cooler than seeing so many of you enjoy our content is seeing literally thousands of you all representing Sprint Car Hub gear at all of the tracks we go to. There is nothing better than packing orders for the people who like what we do. So if you haven't yet, grab something for yourself over at sprintcarhub.com and I'll make sure to pack it as soon as possible. Okay, here's how sprint car parts are made.
I'm Blake Robertson with King Racing Products. I'm the owner here and operator. We started in 2008. My dad and I started this company. We didn't have any machining background. We didn't have any no machinist skills besides using a manual lathe or manual mill. We got into this because we love sprint car racing and it really complements our other company, BR Motorsports. So it's been really it's been a big learning experience over the last 16 years. But it has been fun and very educational, and I'm excited to share some of the stuff that we've learned. When we purchased the company in 2008, it was originally VMAC Racing, and we bought it with the intentions. They had a couple of the products that we really liked. Since then, we've revamped it. We've completely redesigned those products. We started with a product line of about 12 parts, and we're up to, I think, 320 now. We manufacture a lot of products for sprint car and a lot of tools, accessories, and things like that, from torsion arms, motor plates, leak down testers, fuel filters, torque tubes, torque ball housings, bird cages, a lot of the consumable products. We have an in-house welding division where we do all our own axles, Jacob's ladders, tie rods, and drag links, and so on. I'm here every day. And I'm very hands-on, whether I'm in the shop running a machine, cleaning a machine. We design everything in-house. We do pretty much everything, myself and our lead machinist, Dave Turner. Yeah, and we just we basically look at what's available, what's out there, and we just want to make it better. That's our goal, is to take and make sprint car racing more affordable and more accessible, basically, as far as getting products and being able to purchase them from people that are our racers and that know what we're talking about. There's not a lot of new products that are coming out that are like wow features, like when the spline wheel came out or spline rear axle. It's more or less just making the products that are available now, making them better material, making them last longer, making them lighter, making them stronger. It's kind of a double-edged sword because everybody wants a lighter part, but they want it to last, and it's tough to do that, but we work really hard at it. I enjoy sprint car racing. I love it, and that's why I'm in the business. It definitely was my hobby and became my job, but it's definitely, I have the passion for it. So this is one of our split bearing bird cages, and this has basically been through a couple operations. When it starts out, they look like this. It's a large chunk of billet aluminum, basically about I want to say that's 4x6 piece. It goes in, machines this off, and if you come right over here, I can kind of give you an explanation. You can see the material that's already in the V-jaws in there. So it's going to go and rough that bird cage out about like that. And what's going to happen is it'll leave about maybe 3/4 of an inch down at the bottom of the bird cage. That'll still be all square, won't be machined, but this will all be finished up top. And it just has like a little bit of the bearing races machined into it, or bore, I should say. It's got the through hole. There's still a lot of operations that got to go into this, but this is just kind of gives you an idea of starting out, and this is very similar to what it's going to finish. When it's done with that first stop, these jaws here would be put into the machine, and the vices in it would be clamped in there like that. Then it would go around and profile the outside of this, so then it would be finished. And this is the product you would get after too. It still needs to have the flag cut out the lightning reliefs, the 2 flags on the top for the top radius rods. But it's just a, it's a work in progress there, that one. Right here, this kind of goes in detail with the magneto room. We're just machining up the posi drives. There's 30 or 40 or 50 here that are kind of running through. You can see like the material, when it does make it, it'll run into the lathe, part that off, and they'll get dimpled and deburred and finished. But that's just a couple of the small little things that we're doing right now. But we'll go over to one of the other machines, to one of our new products we're just working and designing right now. This is our new forged hub. You can kind of see the design a little bit here of what it, this is basically what it starts out as. It's just got a hole buried in it, our machine in it. We've trued this face up and the outer edge of it. Now we're going back, and this is going to be the back side of the hub where your brake caliper bracket's going to be, your inner bearing seal and everything. So we're truing this all up, getting it everything all parallel, so then when it goes into jaws, then we can start machining all of the profile with our spokes, doing our lugs, doing the outer profile and all that. You can kind of see this one hasn't been done, so it's just about ready. You can see the thickness of the 1.25 inch thick tooling plate that's machined. It registers down in the center. It's all toe clamped in. It's gonna go in and machine this all off. You can see it's gonna rip that thing pretty good. These ones are done, so you can kind of see like a little bit of like how much is machined off. And you can tell like this has got the bearing bore where the race is gonna press in. That's all roughed out. What'll happen is it'll go into our lathe, and when it goes in the lathe, the boring bar will come in here and it'll do all this machining to precise measurements. So then it'll be perfect and it'll be dead, dead nuts. Do you want me to go ahead and start this, Dave? Is it good? So this one's ready to go, so you'll kind of get an idea what it. That's a massive drill right there. So that's what put the hole in the center of that. When it was holding it, he had it in there like this. Like that, and then it did all this profile, and this massive drill went in and did the center bore. And the center bore is basically, all that's for is just to help the roughing, so that the boring bar, when it goes in or anything, it doesn't have to do so much. That thing moves a lot of material, that big insert drill like that. So it's got inserts, you can see them like right here and right here. When that thing goes in there, it can do some damage. So this is our parts room. We keep some inventory here. We keep a lot of it at BR still, because that's where we do all of our shipping out of. But we do, on excess inventory, we do keep it in here. You can see we've got like bell cranks, steering box mounts, throttle rods. There's all kinds of stuff that's in here that's, and we manufacture all this stuff in-house. And it's, yeah, it's a fun job. I enjoy it, I love it. And, but what it really makes me happy is seeing guys that, happy customers when they do get the product, and seeing them win with it. That just makes it that much sweeter.